My name is Gabby Tokach, and I am the Public Relations Manager for the Contemporary American Theater Festival. I oversee our front of house operations, the box office operations, but also I oversee the communications for the festival. So I actually started in the box office at CATF. I started as an intern for the festival several years ago, and so my position now as the Public Relations Manager, this means that I truly know the patrons. I get really excited when I get to talk to patrons that I've known for 10 plus years, and it's exciting to get to see them every July and catch up on what we're doing. When the harsh realities of COVID came and how it was going to affect CATF, we made the difficult but very necessary decision that we had to reschedule the festival. And that broke my heart because that means I wasn't going to be able to see all of the wonderful artists that we work with, but I wasn't going to be able to see some of those patrons that I have a really strong connection with. Even though we're not going to be physically together, what can we do to provide that digital platform, and how can we make this as personal as possible? How can we make it feel like these patrons are in Shepherdstown with us to provide that personal connection with them?
My name is Jacqueline Goldfinger, and I wrote Babel, coming to CATF next summer. I grew up in the Deep South where everything is biblical, right? If someone spills a Coke on themselves at McDonald's, it's a sign from God that they shouldn't be doing what they're doing that day. So I grew up in a very deeply religious area of the world. And when I first started researching reproductive technologies, it reminded me of Babel. It reminded me of that ancient quest that humans have always had in them, of every culture, of reaching for perfection and always failing.
I love that it's a play about, the future and technology that has a biblical title. The title for me instantly brings to mind like this sort of epic, mythic, ancient um, thing. And after all, what is more ancient than our genes and our DNA?
In Babel and the way that Jackie has written this script, she really questions what we would be like as parents or what we would face as parents if we could genetically engineer our children, and or if someone did it for us, or if someone could determine that our children might have a genetic flaw and therefore shouldn't be born. So it really asks some challenging and moral and ethical questions.
Is it possible that any system or anything that we try to build that we think is for the common good is actually also going to divide us?
What are the side effects that we're not thinking of in terms of how nature is going to react if we change children in utero and change their DNA?
Jackie has written this play that has huge ideas and complex ideas. And as a designer, you have to find a way to distill those ideas to their essential elements that also compel you to feel something and have a real experience in the moment that is visual storytelling.
Theater is an art form we experience in 3D. And the stories that are told from the design point of view, what you feel or think when you walk in and see the set, what assumptions you make by what the characters are wearing, those are just as much a part of the storytelling as my words. The character of the stork is not easy to design. It is I wouldn't say intentionally difficult, but I definitely knew that it was the one impossible thing, as Paula Vogel says, that I was putting into the play. Because you have a stork that has to be alternately hysterical until it's not. You have to have a stork that can be empathetic until it's a monster.
My name is Yao Chen. I'm the costume designer for Babel. I was originally from China, moved to US 2010, and start my theater adventure here. And it's been fun and very exciting. Stork in my instinctive is so elegant, beautiful, and so fluent as a creature itself. And and it can be so poetic when I see his appearance. And I kind of get the idea from Megan about the story of Don Draper, about the very proper look in the appearance, but the dirty business nature in the bottom. So my first pass is like very Stork-like ballet dancer kind of feeling. So that's my first direction. So then I see this fun fashion inspiration, which is get the chance for us to create a magical marriage between imaginative animal and daily wear. And then I found this really great research about the stork. And so that's my direction about Stork. So I kind of throw that idea to them, and Jackie is very open for any exploration we're going to try. And Megan and I just had a conversation, and I think she's very interested about the direction of ballerina and this one. So we're going to have more thorough conversation about it.